You got number 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Meaning you are an animal trainer. You're gonna be a hauler for now. Marky Kong. 6. That's not. That's not a 600. That's 600, isn't it? Marky Kong 600. Give me a sec. Who was screaming? He's just throwing a tantrum. I'm guessing that the bone worked because he's moving. Yep, he needed bones. Now he's on the stone. He's fine for now. Looks like bold zeros. Ooh. Miller has been found dead, probably due to infighting. As a matter of fact, everyone is fighting. I'm gonna blame Ginger Sarge, since he said he knew what happens in my bases, and now someone is fighting and everyone's dying. So clearly this is Ginger Sarge's fault. He is an awful person. How many people just died? We just lost like 2 people. None of them were named. It's definitely 0-0. Okay. Now, Marky Kong, I can now get you into the military. Give me a sec on that though. Before that, we need to know who you are. Who is Marky Kong? Marky Kong has a wife, an unnamed dwarf who is not currently on our base. Marky Kong is related to a doctor on our base, and Marky Kong is a rather extended family, but they're mostly just peasants and stone crafters. More peasants, fish cleaners. Ah, you're related to Sanctum. Sanctum Spirit Stone is your cousin, as is Zakthos. Everyone else is a passing acquaintance or worse. At the very least, you're not cheating on your spouse. Marky Kong 600 recently thought, I guess I just don't appreciate art. He thought this after talking to his god. Marky Kong 600 is very strong. Marky Kong 600 likes native gold, nickel, silver, sardonyx, crystal glass, giant aardvark leather, ducks for their quacks, teff plants for their grain, the words of the lyric of amethyst, and the sight of the flicker of earth. Wind possibly prefers to consume perch and pomegranate wine, though he absolutely detests worms. He has very good intuition, but he has a shortage of patience and little natural inclination towards music. He dreams of mastering his skills someday. Can they migrate with multiple legendary? Yes. As far as I'm aware, yeah, there's nothing against it. Ducks for their quacks. Everyone loves the quacky ducks. And then you said you wanted to be in the military. I'm gonna change you over to a hunter. You're already doing nothing anyways except being an animal trainer, so let's switch you to animal killer. That's the same as training. After all, you're training animals to be dead. And then that way I can get you in as a hunter. Boom. Marky Kong 600, the dwarf who trains animals to be dead. Not play dead like those other weak dwarves always do. Oh, look at my animal pretending to be dead. No. Real training. They got to commit to the act. All right. We've gotten yet more. Some cooking experience. Commit to the deadification. After all, you tell an animal to play dead, it gets up still eventually. Teach an animal to stay dead. That's good training right there. Problem is, we already have, I'm confused. I have reclaimed a bunch of these. They're not forbidden. We have unused ones, don't we? No, we don't even have a single unused one. All right, yeah, we need the caskets now. That's gonna start making people sad. Yep, we got a yellow. One red dwarf spoils the bunch. Look at that. We were heading up to greens and everything. You just got one angry dude killing people. How are we doing on drinks? We're doing pretty good on drinks. Are we doing everything to distill down here or to distill up here? Let me get rid of this still. We don't need that still anymore. We had the still down here. This still does all the stilling that we need. I remember what the hell we were doing down here, really. Oh yeah, we were doing plants at some point. I should have really had the Weavers Guild being active, shouldn't I? Workshop profile to give it a work order to process plants. Process 5 plants if the condition of your reagent is that there is at least 10. Check this daily to do 5 a day if there's at least 10. That'll start getting us a bunch of thread. I'll set the rest of it to be automated later. We need to let this have a few go-throughs first. I don't mean to give water. Someone must be injured. I never did make a hospital. Rocky Mountain oysters? Cooking and gilding? Random pig in a cage out back where we'll sleep. What? There's no pig in a cage in there, is there? Oh yeah, there is. There's a pig in a cage. Just near the beds. Why is there a pig in a cage? What the shit? All right, we'll make a area for them here. And we'll take out the non-grazing. Actually, I think that counts pigs. I think that's why it never got picked up. We'll put in a bunny, a nanny goat, a donkey, buffalo cow. Actually, are these because we have people here? Do we have guests here? Am I trying to kidnap the guest animals? That's exactly what's going on. Don't kidnap the guest animals. Are these elves? They're elves, so I can't give them wood. Burk. I can give them muscle shells, though. Hold on, Mr. Dwarf. I'm in a trade screen. I give them enough muscle shells, we can trade for their animals like the jaguar. And we don't have them in bins, so we shouldn't have to worry about wood. We have a lot of muscle shells. Alright, those are all pending. Alright, someone got dwarfed. Who got dwarfed? Mr. Man TM. Somehow, wasn't that working when I set up the script 2 weeks ago? Didn't we have the number generator part of this? We didn't change it and it worked fine before. I could have sworn. Like, even if it's not updating the number and it's only sticking to the default of 1d7, it should be doing 1 to 7, not just 2. We're giving you dwarf number 9. I think what happened is I left some test code in there on accident. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You are a builder. You have a lot of skills, but you're probably going to be a mason. Mr. Man already trying to off himself. And we've hit a new season anyways, and I missed it. So I'm going to give you your description, and we're going to do the push-ups, because people have been requesting those. Mr. Man TM, the mason who meditates on trade. You have an extended family that includes a dissector as your uncle, a plant lover as your cousin, Wade Master Game as your cousin, and a lover who doesn't exist on this map. You just tell everyone they exist, and we kind of maybe believe you. Mr. Man TM recently thought, I saw a dwarf recite, only nobody weeps at the shaken pregnancy. It's interesting. What? Only nobody weeps at the shaken pregnancy. That sounds like some weird edgelord shit. Like, if you shake the mother while she's pregnant, no one cries? What does that mean? Only nobody weeps at the shaken pregnancy. Okay. Mr. Mantium likes stibnite, rose gold, milk opal, stars, high boots, thrones, scepters, and guinea fowls for the social nature. When possible, she prefers to consume black bullhead and plum wine, though she absolutely detests worms. She has great intuition, a very good sense of the position of her own body, and a way with words, but she has a shortage of patience and a questionable spatial sense. She dreams of mastering a skill someday. Everyone's trying to off themselves. Don't shake the baby, shake the pregnant. It's the dwarf version of everybody poops. So what, everyone shakes the baby? All right, what do we have? Coca Koala, I got you in the military, stats complete. Adamantine share, you know that that's not how that works. Coca Koala, so that's gone. Marky Kong, I put you in the military. The rest of these are just push-ups. And we have a petition happening. So, I'll trigger a save. I'll trigger a camera that should not cause everything to glitch. And we'll do this as a batch of 10. Out of the way, green screen. Did we freak out and start staring at some weird anime chick? You guys would tell me, right? More. What is basically for a season, 3 months in game, I turn off every single activity your dwarf can do. Makes your dwarf do nothing for an entire season, not even haul, but it allows them to socialize and get good thoughts to try to increase their mood. It also conversely means that whatever your dwarf is, I can't be using them during that time, so, you know. Why is no one building? They're acting like they can't get out of the base. Are these doors somehow locked? Do I have a military alert going? No. Why is no one burying the dead bodies? Was that a guest and we killed a guest? I'm gonna create a corpse pile over here and see if maybe it's just because they were guests. Regular dwarves should have been buried. But if they're not even hauling them for the corpse pile, then something's wrong. What if I forbid them? Let the game process that and then reclaim them. Oh, good. Why is no one grabbing the... Oh, wait, refuse outside. Nope, they gather refuse from outside. I did not forget to do that. Hold on. If I put it in here, what is GUI pathable? Lock the cursor. Supposedly they can go out to the dead bodies. They can go down here. And they can go in there. There's no real reason to not be going in there. So why are we not burying dead bodies? Hell, we're not even burying this one over here. Oh no, that one's been tasked slightly. Okay, now that one's been tasked. And now this one's been tasked. So who's doing it? Who's got bury the bodies? And even worse, they're doing it in a corpse stockpile, because of course they are. This man says he is. He's carrying part by part, so he can't be the one that has the rest of them. Food, refuse. It says it's been claimed, but there ain't no one claiming them. Like, who's got this task? It's no longer tasked. They canceled. Why? Who got offed? Mr. Man TM. Never mind, found the bullet. Don't worry, guys, I found it. So it's been tasked again, supposedly. Now it's not. Who is tasked with these? Where are they going? All right, I'm about to turn off everyone with fishing. We'll sort that back out again later. Just no one is allowed to fish. Oh, one of the bodies is being moved, and it's not even one of the ones I was tracking. I don't know where that body came from. Now another one's being moved finally. So why were they canceling earlier? Everyone's got a bunch of white arrows down. Why? Because they're drowsy. We'll go to sleep. All right, who's the negative dude? I think what's happening is he's snapping everyone's feet and they can't go to sleep. And then they can't go to sleep, so they end up going crazy. Like, I'm wondering if that's what's happening, is people are getting tasked to do shit, but they can't walk. And if they can't walk, then it never gets done. So they cancel the job. And then I'm sitting there wondering why it keeps detasking. Because look, they've all got down arrows. They're acting like they're tired. Supposedly they would go to sleep, but they have a right foot and a right ankle issue. So if I do a resume, then a pause, load up therapist, look at health. We'll focus this down to Evie. Evie's diagnosis is cannot stand. Yeah, so the angry dude, I think, is going around breaking everyone's feet. So who is the perversely angry gentleman? Because I don't care if they have a nickname or what. I'm kicking them out of the base. I'm tired of this. This is getting absurd. Happiness, the other way. Is it Wade Master Game? Like, that's unhappy, but that's not red unhappy. What is Wade Master Game? He is a minor noble / broker. That's not who's been fighting. And my alerts keep clearing out. Who is the hunter? Not the hunter. He's probably fighting someone, actually. Dire Builder. We don't know. So I need buckets. Because apparently we can't give these people booze, even though they're not that fucking hurt. So let's make a bunch of buckets. As much as I hate doing that. Whatever. I request my coughing again for the reason previously stated. Good Lord, I cannot spell tonight. Perhaps 5 too many drinks. So we need buckets and crutches. Yeah, it's basically what I'm going to be working on. Will they get a crutch, though, if I don't have a hospital to tell them to do a crutch? FogBasement now requires a guild hall for the Rangers Guild. Not right now. Now, are they using these? I think they are. long as they get claimed, they get claimed. That's very misery. So you want to leave me? Crack. Ad. I'm sorry, Mask Kitten. I heard they were doing weird things with Twitch and ads now. That if you're like every, what, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 seconds, who knows, it tries to run an ad that doesn't actually show anything. But if AdBlock Plus or something prevents this non-ad from playing, then it limits you to being able to only watch in 1080p. I heard that from one of my friends. I didn't read the news myself directly, so I don't know the actual details on that. I'm essentially quoting someone else. This is third level derivative quoting back to you guys, so I don't know if that's how it works. Okay, it's over now. Good, we're only all dying. I think it's 720p. So that's the thing though, right? Genuine question. Who gets it in 720p? I was honestly thinking about this. Because you know me, I always like gaming the system. I have to stream to you guys in 720p. This takes extra processor, oddly enough. Why? Because if I try to stream to you in native 1080 and you guys are on phones or something else, or a network that can't handle full 1080, because I'm not a partner, I'm not guaranteed that it'll tone it down to 720p for people's computers to handle. Okay, so I just set the 720p myself on stream for streaming output. However, if you set up something so you don't see ads, it'll force it to 720p? So does that mean that I can stream in 1080, tell you guys how to bypass the ads, and then you get 720 anyways? So I have an easier time streaming. Like if I tell you how to bypass the ads, does my life get easier? That's what it sounds like to me. That's why it uses more CPU. What is? Oh, because I'm decreasing? Yeah, because I have to turn on some scaling by cubic rescale nonsense, and I'd rather just do vanilla streaming. Vanilla's the wrong term. 17 unowned bedrooms, 28 units without beds. How the hell do I keep getting more people? And most of these beds aren't even being claimed. But yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, that sounds counterintuitive. It might force it to one step below the stream setting, but I usually get 720p. It's just frustrating when I want to lurk and drop quality, but my terrible Australian internet doesn't die. I can't go below 720. Gotcha. That's just it. I would. Oh, wait. How long have you been here? You stopped at leather. Skelly, we fixed. Corey, we fixed. Leather, we fixed. Square blocks. We need a mason. Build workshop. Do I not already have? I don't already have a mason. Weird. I would rather just do it in 1080 because that also means that people who can watch it in 1080 get a better quality stream. Right now you have the quality options. What does that mean? Does that mean if I did do it in 1080, you guys could set it to what you want? Because this would happen to me like 2 years ago. Is I try to just do it in 1080 because I can handle 1080. I have a good network for 1080. It's all glorious. But everyone, I say everyone, a rather large amount of my viewers, particularly back then, kept telling me, oh, it keeps seizing, it keeps halting, it keeps dropping. But on my end, I wasn't dropping a single frame. Like nothing bad was happening. And we narrowed it down and it was just the people who couldn't handle 1080p. That's what it was. Yeah, so that's why I do it in 720. Now, for things like Dwarf Fortress, that doesn't matter too much. It's not like this is graphically intensive. But for some of the other nicer games, like not Phasmophobia, that's just a horror game I've been doing, but the other game, Little Hope. Little Hope would have probably looked a bit better in 1080. Phasmophobia, it's got simplistic graphics. That could probably look better in 1080. Hearts of Iron 4, I don't think requires 1080. It's Hearts of Iron 4. I'm trying to think of other games I've done. Oh my god, the Platinum games. They would probably all do better in 1080 than 720. Yeah, we need DF in 1080. Do it. Do it. Give us 1080. I need to see all these squares. Look at all these squares. We need 1080. 1080 lumber. Oh my God, how far in does this zoom? It's still zooming in. 1080. We need more wood. More wood. The problem is it's gonna take forever to zoom back out. Wait, can I hit F1? Is that? Oh, that doesn't change the zoom. Oh God. Oh God. So much scrolling. So much scrolling. No. We flew too close to the sun. No. There we go. There we go. Pull up, pull up, hold down. That doesn't do anything. That doesn't do anything. Sibrick the Planter has created Leromagan, a dog bone mini forge. He claims as an heirloom in the name of the family ancestor, Cole Shipluck. Oh, we randomly have more books now. Okay. Leromagan, Panted Gift. It's made out of dog bone and he named it Panted Gift? That is so fucked. That is so cursed. Panted Gift, a dog bone mini forge, worth 7,200 dwarf bucks. This is a dog bone mini forge. All craftsmanship is of the highest quality. It is encircled with bands of dog bone and rectangular bowsight cabicons. The object is adorned with hanging rings of bowsight and menaces with spikes of bowsight and kawadi leather. Panted Gift. Also, we randomly have the Book of the Monastery. This is a pinfire opal bound codex. The written portion consists of a 101-page guide entitled The Book of the Monastery, authored by Fath Tomsrare. It concerns the monastery hero sex. The writing is thoroughly mechanical, yet it is fairly cheerful. Overall, the prose is not awful, but not very good either, because everyone wants to learn about my hero sack. The Secret of Bite Man. Worth 200 dwarf bucks. This is a horn silver-bound codex. The written portion consists of a 43-page guide entitled The Secret of Bite Man, authored by Sinor Glitterwhisker. It concerns the monastery Bite Man. The writing has a very serious tone, yet it has a touch of melancholy. Overall, it's not awful, but not very good either. And About the Equation, a Forgotten Beast parchment scroll. This is a Forgotten Beast parchment scroll. The rollers are made from orpiment. Written on the item is a manual entitled About the Equation, authored by Doran Scalded Whip. It concerns the techniques of balancing and completion for solving equations. The writing could have only been produced by a merciful spirit. What? Overall, the prose is passable. Only a merciful spirit could have written such math. Bite Man! Overall, the prose is not terrible, but not great either. That reminds me of, what's his name? Ditka? Whatever his name was from Chernobyl. 3.6 Rontgen. Not great, but not bad. Not great, but not bad. Don't worry about 3.6 Rontgen. Nothing bad has happened here. No, sirree. Everything at this nuclear facility is on the up and up. Meanwhile, it's literally burning nuclear fuel. That man was insane. Do all artifacts menace with spikes or just 90%, 99 point all of them? I think you typed that wrong, but I do like the idea. So let's just all go with the idea that you did that intentionally, because that's funny. I love the idea of 99 point all. Yeah, though, I genuinely think they do. Yeah. Not great. It's not so bad that it broke the meter. Not great, but not bad. So we have an issue where we have 9 dwarves that need a bedroom and 1 bed. Fuck me. I can get 3 more into that room, and after that, I don't know what we do. I'll just start getting people in the barracks, maybe. Most of these have worked out well. How's the defense coming? Build construction wall. The wall around the major structure is nearly complete. Our food and booze supplies are good. I'm gonna have to start clearing out the upper floor here and making people's living. Fuck. Even with 4, a tree still touches the wall? Are you fucking kidding me? Jesus. We need to start getting people's living quarters and stuff into one of these buildings. Now, to be fair, I don't think this structure is designed to hold hundreds of dwarves, so that might be causing us some problems. Well, hello there. I'm backfilling in the corners where they need to be so that when we fill in the corners going ahead, they'll work. That should be good. Gapoy! Hello, Gapoy! Welcome to the stream. Cut the tree, it's the only way. Yeah, I'm just gonna come back. I don't understand how it reaches. Look how far out it is and it reaches my wall. Are you absolutely kidding me? Actually, I'm confused. Where is this tree? Is this tree here? Like, I see it here, right? But there's a tree here. This is supposedly a tree trunk, but it looks like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. That's the issue. Somehow, despite doing 4 and 4, the corner ended up only at 2. Oh my god. Dwarf script, could you please explain? Yes. What does new and improved mean? So, in order to get people in for my streams, like into the dwarfing game, I have a dwarfing script. I have a dwarf script for the long-time viewers. If you type in !dwarf, DWARF, or !dwarf, DORF, it will roll a random number generator. So I can name one of the doors after you. Right now, for some reason, that part is actually glitched. But it sets a flag that you are alive. Now, beforehand, what would happen is that's all it did. It just said, hey, you're alive. Then, not the latest upgrade, but before that, I updated it to where if you were alive, it would whisper you to you, which it does now. Someone types in dwarf and they don't see anything. It's because it whispered to them. The bot whispers them to let them know that they are alive. And I hear all these dwarfing commands. I'm getting ready to put them in. It whispers to let them know that they're alive. That's what it used to do. But that was it. It didn't keep track of the amount of living dwarves. It didn't do anything else. And it also didn't work in other games. Can't get dwarfed in another game. That's weird. So I configured it to have a setting now that it knows what game I'm playing. And if it's not Dwarf Fortress, it'll not let you get a new dwarf, but it will tell you if you have a currently living dwarf in the Dwarf Fortress game. So if I happen to be doing, say, Nier Automata, and you miss the end of the stream, you can catch my Nier Automata stream and type in dwarf and see if your dwarf is still alive. So that was the update, as well as what would happen is at the beginning of a new base, there'd be 7 dwarves and like 9 people would roll. So I'd have to tell 2 people, sorry, you missed the cut, and I'd have to kill them. So that the script knows that they're not actually alive. What I have it doing now is it keeps track of the amount of living dwarves. So when there's no more living dwarves to claim, it just says, you're gonna have to wait till next time, buddy. We don't have a dwarf for you. and it did two other things. One of them is the migrant script, so I can update the number, and I'm forgetting the other little tiny thing right now, but part of it isn't working right, which is it's giving everyone, it is rolling random numbers. We got like 12 twos in a row this stream. Now it does a 4, 1, and a 2. So wait, so the script is working. We've just literally rolled 2 the whole time? Hold on. How far back can I go in the history? How many 2s have we rolled this stream? It can do numbers that aren't 2s? I can only go far back one enough to see the last 2 before the current batch. What the shit? Never mind, I guess it works. It just loves the number 2. Bear Grylls cut number 4. Like, I wish I could have a clip of it doing that, but that's over a couple hours. Yeah, not a 2. Bear Grylls. The thing's now gone past. I missed part of your name. I know it's like Bear Grylls 27. No, it's like 88 or something. Bear Grylls 88, it is. So, all right, never mind. That part of the script works perfectly. It just really, really loves the number 2. Hold on, I'm just trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. Actually, before Bear Grylls, no, Bear Grylls was first. With number 4. Bear Grylls 88. Then someone got a 1. Maz Kitten got a 1. That's the name. Maz Kitten got a 1, and I'll tell you what you are after this. As everyone rolled at the same time. Yeah, not a 2, not a 2, not a 2. Gapoy got the dreaded 2 again. Dwarf 2 for Gapoy. Hellfire, it whispered back to you. Is a mysterious beast. Many consecutive 2s make me suspicious. I'm currently alive. You get a 2, you get a 2, you get a 2. Everyone gets a 2. No. So what it's supposed to be doing is maybe I'll have to see what it has for its spread. Only 3 people got Dwarf right. I didn't miss anyone. What it's supposed to be doing is picking between 1 and the currently allowed amount of dwarves. The amount of active unnamed dwarves. That's what it's supposed to roll between. But it's done. We've had like, before you guys even, there was like been 8+ dwarves this stream, I think. And each and every single one of them has been a 2. Every single one. So yeah, maybe something went wrong. It's only rolling like 1 to 4. But even so, because I saw 4, so we assume a D4. That's a 1 in 25 for each one consecutively for like 8 2s in a row. Like that's a lot of nat 2s. First up was Bear Grylls. Bear Grylls 88. You are a leather worker, so you're going to be a survivalist. You have a husband who is a hunter, and you have an extended family, none of which appears to be named. Oh, Zakthos is your cousin. You pray to 5 deities. They tend to be mountains and the like. You just happen to have a lot of them. But everyone is really either your family or passing acquaintance or worse. So you've moved here, you don't know too many people. You recently thought an artist in their materials and the tools to shape them, because you felt indignant dwelling upon nothing. Felt indignant dwelling upon, period. You literally just can't let things go so much that you've let nothing not go. So you're indignant about it. Bear Grylls 88 is susceptible to disease, flimsy, and quick to tire. Bear Grylls 88 likes phyllite, pig iron, faint yellow diamond, peach face leather, lovebird tooth. The color turquoise, armor stance, splints, and the words of the umber sparks. When possible, he prefers to consume alfalfa and buckwheat beer, though he absolutely detests oysters. He has an absolutely remarkable sense of others' emotions and a great ability to focus, but he has an iffy memory and a large deficit of willpower. He dreams of crafting a masterwork someday. I'll keep the fort hydrated. My dwarf is the most awesome. Always has been. Dwelling upon the void. I know how that feels. Bring me diamonds. All right, before Gapoy was the other gentleman, whose name I've forgotten right now already. Deploy was the last one. Bear Grylls was the first one. Who got dwarfed in the middle? Gonna see if I could see your name and just remember it. Masket. Masket, you're currently a peasant, which means you're probably gonna end up being a hauler. You're just a generic dwarf with no exceptional skills. You recently thought, I wouldn't feel comfortable getting all dressed up because you felt satisfied at work. Which we just discussed your work was nothing, so you do you. Mass Kitten is very tough. Mass Kitten likes relationships. I forgot your relationships. Mass Kitten, you are married to one of our base's farmers. You have a younger half-brother who is a peasant, and one of our unnamed haulers is your nephew. Though despite having a husband, you do have a lover who is not currently on the map. You two pray to quite a lot of gods. You don't really focus on any particular god. Maz Kitten is very strong, and Maz Kitten likes borax. I'm about to say Borat. Maz Kitten likes borax, nickel, crystal opal, linen fabric, giant puffin parchment, giant axe blades, and the sound of the wisp of singing. When possible, she prefers to consume banana beer and absolutely detests flies. She has a lot of willpower, but she has a questionable spatial sense and poor analytical abilities. She dreams of raising a family someday. And now that brings us to Gapoy, the brewmaster, who is brewing drinks. Gapoy is related to a wife who is our farm's milker, and she's legendary at milking anything. She can suck white fluids out of dwarven babies, is your youngest daughter. There should have been a period between those. You have a niece who is a fisher dwarf, a cousin who is a grease monkey, a legendary miner, and none of these are named dwarves though. There you go. Sanctum Spirit Stone is your cousin. And that's it. You only pray to a few deities. You actually commit to a god. So you pray to Nirmak, a male dwarf associated with fortresses, and Vesh, a skeletal male dwarf associated with lies, murder, and death. That's not creepy. Gapoy recently thought, I don't understand how somebody can become so obsessed by what somebody else has, because he was satisfied at work. Gapoy is almost never sick and quite durable, but he is quick to tire. Gapoy likes bismuthinite, fine pewter, clear tourmaline, flying squirrel leather, armadillo shell, canaf fabric, gym shoes, large gems, turkeys for their snoods, acorn flies for a deafening buzz, and the sound of the silvers of granite. When possible, he prefers to consume flounder, buckwheat, beer, and Cory bush leaves, though he absolutely detests mosquitoes. He has a great feel for social relationships, an amazing spatial sense, good creativity, and a good kinesthetic sense, but he has next to no natural musical ability. He dreams of mastering a skill someday. Death! Bring me diamonds. You know where it doesn't dream of making a masterwork someday is no dwarf. Banana beer is such a weird statement. Where is this monitor lizard? We're all panicking because of a monitor. Are they killing it? They all just converged on like one square. Yeah, I think they're like slowly trying to beat up a monitor lizard. Summer has arrived. So because summer has arrived, I am going to trigger a save, and I have more requested push-ups. So we'll get out another 10 of these. Yeah. Oh. I got the chair's armrest and my keister. Well, welcome to Stream Japanta. That was more than 10. Ah, yes. To be clear, they're in cadence. I just don't call it the cadence because I have neighbors. So really the number is double the amount. It's 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. So ultimately it's double the actual amount. On one, to click this, and I'm gonna mark off the 10 I did. Boop, boop. And I see for the next seasonal change, we have 10 more to go. All right, so And as I was saying earlier now, if you haven't tested or if you haven't noticed the other people testing it, now at this point, because the script knows that you're alive, if you were to type in dwarf or dwarf, you will get a whisper back informing you that you are alive. If I was not doing Dwarf Fortress, like it's recognizing that I'm doing a different game, it will also send you back a whisper at that time, letting you know, again, your living status, whether or not you are or are not alive. Those are all kind of they're all a little neat. I do love all of those cutesy emotes that Eldritch always brings. The push-up. Now, what do you mean? What do you mean, oh, how can he do those push-ups? I don't know what that means. Like, how does one do push-ups? Exercise. Do it. Do the push-ups. No, because if nothing else, what you're supposed to be doing, I mean, besides the fact that push-ups are, you know, it's always good to be able to do push-ups. You're not supposed to completely sit still for long periods of time. I have heard tail occasionally that it's not healthy for you. I'm saying when I'm trying to do a scientific explanation. How fucking dumb is that? You're not supposed to sit still for 8 hours at a time, and I stream for 8 hours at a time, like completely still with my legs not really moving. So getting up and getting down by itself is just really good. At the same time, might as well get the heart rate elevated slightly, push-ups, and then also, because I'm looking at the wall, it allows my eyes to readjust to a further point than the screen right here, thus mitigating any chances of me getting headaches staring at a screen this close for the evening. Other games, even though I might be playing them for just as long because they don't require detailed focus, a lot of times I will tend to turn off or just not do the push-ups during such things. But it's Dwarf Fortress anyways, and every seasonal change you do a save. That always takes a few minutes. So if you're gonna have dead air anyways, you might as well crank out some health and safety push-ups. Now, I would try to get you guys to do it, but I feel like you'd all just lie to me. You would, wouldn't you? Push-ups are hard, dangerous, but was at risk of muscle strain. I don't recognize Dwarf as a valid alias. What? And needlessly upset for religious reasons. Raw. What? Dwarf is legit. Dwarf is a transliteration from dwarven to human. And then particularly in English, it happens to be D-O-R-F. Just because humans initially heard the dwarfs talk about themselves as the dwarves, and they put a W in earlier, doesn't mean that's the real way to spell it. So we are just acknowledging the dwarven culture, by having the ability to do it in as dwarf. There you go. Gotta get up to get down. Rar? I stand in one spot for 10 hours a day at work. Rar. Why is everyone roaring at him? Rar. As someone in the military deploy, I agree with you. I would lie. Standing is good for you. Sandhill's built to 300 bits. Thank you so much for your contributions to the stream. I have no rooms to do push-ups in my apartment. I just did virtual push-ups. I feel tired thinking about it. If you want to impress RNG, make sure you find the bullet by playing Russian. No. Russian is a game that I have for, I don't even completely remember why I put it in the stream. Only 2 people do it regularly, and that's because they hate existence. No, did you not hear him? I heard him. You should have heard him. Hold on. The human caravan has arrived, but I'm going to fix that if you didn't hear that. You should have heard it. If you didn't hear it, that means something is wrong with my audio routing. You're right. System is not broadcasting to broadcast. Now that I've reconnected system to broadcast, well, that's kind of awkward because we've had activity earlier. So first of all, do you guys hear it now? Yeah, I know. I've got I make my stream way too complicated. I've got fucking settings on settings on settings on settings. And if one thing is wrong, it all sounds off. And then earlier we had Storm follow the channel. Like way earlier, I think like before the stream. You guys hear that, right? I just want to make sure.
Thank you so much.
All right, it jangles. Okay, good. Also, what am I on time? I got about 9 minutes. Okay. I wouldn't do push-ups. I have a VR thingy, and I would do a quick round of something aggressive. If you are against the push-ups, but are wanting, from what I understand, Beat Saber is pretty good at getting you to do far to close adjustment, even though the screen is just there. At least tracking objects, as well as making you do activities and some slight back and forth if you're doing a standing version. So if nothing else, I mean, I wouldn't say it's completely like, I can see why people would argue that it's not exercise, but it is physical activity. Physical activity at all is better than physical activity not at all. On behalf of the Merchants Guild, let me extend greetings to your people. There is much to discuss, said the minor noble Wade Master game. Erstit meets with the human. Erstit. What's Erstit? That's his dwarven last name, so Erisht. He meets with the human head treasurer, Thrune Kalernman. There's much to share. What do you want from us? I don't actually want anything from anyone, really. What do you want from me? Is it crafts? Because I'm gonna give you a shit ton of crafts. Beat Saber as well, yeah, and also there's swords of Gargantuous and Iron Lights. More sword swinging at high speed. Russian community must be real. So again, that one was an old script. It's not been worked on as much as anything else. The issue with that script is it doesn't decrement. So it literally, every time you click it, it re-rolls the entire chamber. It's not going in order. So you're not guaranteed necessarily to get a bullet after 6 shots. That's the issue with my script right now, is it's just pure RNG. RNG is broken. I don't know why. When I set up the one script, it worked perfectly. Two streams ago, when I had the creative stream where I was just programming that script, the dwarving script, and making it upgraded, everything worked fine, including the RNG. So the fact that it seems to love rolling low is weird because I didn't change it that much. Give me a quick. The only thing I can think of is I left a TEF script in the middle and it's causing it to make a goof. That is literally the only thing I can think of. I'm gonna open the script folder, Total Dwarf, Streamlabs system. By the way, as a side thing for any of you who actually do programming or creative things, most all of my alerts and shit like that are things that I've created on stream. Like I didn't make Mario, but I actually animated them doing the jump and had to get the sound effects in and things like that. So where's the dwarfing number? Dwarf number equals string between the random int 1 and settings dwarf count. Settings dwarf count. Oh, I know why. That part is not automated. I know how to fix it. I know how to fix it. If I go under gameplay, it says how many unclaimed. There is a sub variable I do have to manually put in because I couldn't get it to redirect from this program. So I'm going to say that there are 67 unclaimed dwarves. It's been doing every number between 1 and 7. 60. I'm actually going to lower that to just 60. Save settings. That way I don't have to update it every time someone gets a dwarf. All right, there we go. That should be fine now. Again, scripting that was 2 weeks ago, so I forgot that that's how I did it. It was on the generic beginning of, hey, what if they're claiming dwarves when you've just started the base, the initial 7? That's where those numbers were coming from. No, that is not where you're supposed to be. So it should work now. Though I have a slight issue, which is I can't kill you guys. That one I don't know. The dwarf kill script, which I did not edit last time at all. I did not edit the dwarf kill script. Doesn't appear to actually be killing your dwarves. So for right now, I cannot kill you without manually going in and editing your files. So there is that. But that, I don't understand why that's having an issue at all. That's a separate script. I have a script for dwarfing you. I have a script for updating the dwarven count. And I have a script for killing you. The script for killing you was not worked on when I did the creative stream. So why the hell it's not working today, I don't know. All I'm going to do is blame Python. Since all the script is essentially in Python, I'm just going to blame Python. Because there's kind of like, I don't want to say emulation. Emulation is the wrong word. But there's two layers of variable recognition. There's pure Python. Then there's it doing calls to the program of the chatbot that I run. And then there's a third layer of calls that it does to Twitch. But it's all based upon Python. So somehow me changing the other scripts messed up the dwarf kill script. I don't know why. Oh, good. A new baby. We were all dwarf number 2 on this blessed day. Yeah, the D, why did it not roll for you? D20 should have done a roll. Is it only let me roll with a D? That one's not even a fucking script. That one's like old Nightbot things, I think. I think Nightbot was the old dice rolling system. Fraudulent dwarfing script. I demand we all switch. You just said you deleted the file. No blame Windows for changing something. No. I did not say I deleted the file. I said right now if I wanted to kill you guys, I would have to do something. Like delete the file. I didn't delete any file. By the way, for those of you who are new to the base, what we are doing, now admittedly we are a lot more above ground than would be appropriate for a dwarven settlement. But that's because what we're trying to do is, while we don't have most anyone in the military, we're trying to do an actual feudal military system. Whereas this is Dwarf Fortress, we're doing proper historical forts, about as close as we can using the dwarven systems. And this is an old fort style called a Mont and Bailey system, where this smaller thing, especially where the proper castle is going to be raised up 5Z levels. So that's what we're doing right now, by the way, is we're creating an artificial hill over there. And that's supposed to be above the bigger, more townish stable area. Stables, like stables for horses, not stable. So down here, we're having a wall 3 high with a 1 lip out to prevent enemies from climbing in. This does provide no defense versus aerial creatures, but we do what we can. This is gonna go up 5, just getting smaller for a hill. Then it'll go up straight as a tower for maybe another 10 or so. But once we're going straight up, it'll be easier to do the walls and the floors. Normally between the two, you would have like a ramp going up, like this hill would kind of extend down to here, and you would have a ramp going up to connect these two. You can't really do that in Dwarf Fortress and it'd still be just as safe, because of how easy it is for enemies and dwarves alike to climb. An enemy could climb up this hill and just crawl around the wall vertically or horizontally, the exact opposite of vertically, to get in if we had a ramped wall system like that. So this part's probably going to be connected below ground, just because if we want to actually make it defensive, there's no real way to do the actual historical connection systems between the Mott and Bailey. It's just not going to work. Every troll will be in the base in 5 seconds. It's often the integrations. Circle. So also, as I think someone is making fun of me for, whoever could it be, in any game that's based around squares, I just really like doing circles. That's not why we're doing a bot and melee. Damn it, I said it backwards. A Mott and Bailey. I don't know why I keep getting that one backwards. But it does help. It definitely helps. I really like doing circles and square things. I don't know why. I just think they look nice. Particularly in a game where everything is generally represented as squares. Circles and triangles look nice to me. It was 4 bases back. We actually had a base that was a Triforce, where we made 3 equilateral triangles with an inverted one in the middle. That one didn't get too far, unfortunately. We spent so much time correcting the math on the triangles and figuring out how to do equilateral triangles that were repeatable. That way you could have the equilateral upside down one in the middle. I think that one ultimately failed to an invasion, right? Or did that one just glitch out and stop existing? We've also lost quite a few bases to crash to desktops. I don't know why. It seems to be my curse that at some point I end up with files that just never want to load correctly. So, you guys are all here though. What are some of the things you do? Because I occasionally do try to do other things. You always want to break out of the mold. Do any of you have ingenious build designs? I want to try to. I've got a gentleman. I don't have a gentleman. I spoke to Formal Blizzard. I want to talk to Formal Blizzard's gentleman to redo my Discord. Because Formal Blizzard's looks nice, and I've been trying to do mine, and I am a moron when it comes to setting up Discords and the like. It looks okay. I just wish it could be better. I want to set up an area where people can submit their designs, like base designs, and I can try to see if I can incorporate them into my bases. I feel like that would be amazing. Also, as a side thing, again, it's always nice to like break out of your shell, do different styles. I do like circles a lot. All right, those 3 are very drowsy because they're very injured and I don't have a hospital. They're injured because of the one angry dwarf. By the way, look at all the ones getting happy. We're doing good. Look at all of them getting happy. The one angry dwarf occasionally gets angry and decides to break everyone's feet for some reason. Like that's the only thing he does is break their legs and feet. Some of them just, end up bleeding to death, but he always seems to aim for their feet. It's kind of weird. I think we lost a Triforce one to a Dwarf Fortress Lazy New Pack update. Was that it? Those ones always get me. Bots in me? A bot? A bot and May. A Mott and Bailey. We have hit the hour, by the way. All these are slowly over time uploaded to a YouTube archive channel too. So if you missed the Twitch VODs, you can always catch all the previous ones. But for those of you who are watching on the YouTube archive, thank you so much for watching. Catch you guys next time.